Okay, I need you to sit down for this one because what I'm about to tell you is going to blow your mind, and not in a good way. Meghan Markle, yes, the Duchess turned Hollywood entrepreneur, is now selling you flour and sugar in a fancy box for $14. I'm not kidding. We're talking about the most basic baking ingredients known to humanity, packaged up like some kind of gourmet experience. And here's the kicker, you still have to add your own butter. I mean, what's next? Are we going to start selling DIY water kits where you just add H2O? So here's what happened. Meghan dropped this boxed shortbread cookie mix through her lifestyle brand, and let me tell you, the internet had thoughts. We're talking about a product that's essentially 3 ingredients, flour, sugar, and butter, being sold as some kind of revolutionary baking experience. But wait, it gets better. To promote this masterpiece, they brought in Greca Para, a chef from Joshua Tree with about 19,000 Instagram followers. Now, I'm not throwing shade at Greca, she's probably a fantastic chef. But watching a professional chef promote a boxed mix for making shortbread cookies? That's like watching Gordon Ramsay endorse instant ramen. It just feels wrong. And can we talk about that apricot jam for a hot second? Because that stuff looks suspiciously like baby food. I'm just saying. Now, I love a good deal as much as the next person, but let's do some quick math here. You're paying $14 for some flour, some sugar, questionably edible dried flowers, we'll get to those. The privilege of still needing to buy your own butter. For that same $14, you could literally walk into any decent bakery and buy a dozen cookies that are already made, taste amazing, and don't require you to do any work. Or, and hear me out, you could go completely wild and buy actual Scottish shortbread. You know, the original recipe that's been perfected over centuries. But no, apparently we needed Meghan to reinvent the wheel and charge us premium prices for the experience. Okay, we need to address the elephant in the room, those dried flowers. Meghan's marketing team is really pushing this idea that sprinkling some dried petals on your cookies somehow elevates them to gourmet status. But here's the thing, they look like something you'd find at the bottom of a teacup after a séance. One person on social media said they looked like crunchy potpourri, and honestly, that's probably being generous. Asterisk, shake head in disbelief, asterisk. I saw one Scottish commenter who was absolutely livid, calling it an absolute desecration of a beloved Scottish recipe. And you know what? They're not wrong. Shortbread is a classic for a reason. It's simple, it's perfect, and it doesn't need dried flowers to make it special. Here's where things get really interesting. They needed a professional chef to make this boxed mix look good for the promotional photos. Think about that for a second. A trained chef had to step in to make a 3-ingredient cookie mix look presentable. And even with professional help, the photos are, well, let's just say they're not exactly screaming by me. The cookies look half-baked, the jam is literally running off the plate like it's trying to escape, and those flour sprinkles? They look like they're going to be stuck in your teeth for the next 3 business days. Look, I get it. Building a lifestyle brand is hard. You need products, you need content, you need to stay relevant. But this cookie mix situation feels like someone Googled easy baking products at 2 a.m. and decided to run with the first result. The problem isn't just that it's overpriced, though it absolutely is. The problem is that it feels completely disconnected from reality. Real people who actually bake are looking at this and thinking, why would I pay $14 for ingredients I can get at the grocery store for $3? And the marketing around it? It's giving off major I've never actually baked anything in my life, but I watched a YouTube video once vibes. The comment section has been absolutely ruthless, and honestly, some of them are pure gold. My personal favorite was someone saying, even I, the most basic person in the kitchen, know how to make shortbread from scratch. Another person shared, when I was a kid, my mom made crepes with just eggs and flour for breakfast. Now Meghan wants to sell me that in a box for $14 and call it a revolution. And that really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? We're taking the most basic cooking skills and packaging them as luxury experiences. This whole cookie mix controversy isn't just about cookies, it's about authenticity. When you're building a brand around lifestyle and home cooking, people expect you to actually understand what you're selling. Shortbread isn't some complicated French pastry technique. It's literally one of the first things people learn to bake because it's so simple. Flour, sugar, butter. That's it. No secret ingredients, no special techniques, no need for dried flowers or fancy packaging.